There she is. You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle har- This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Vermin.
What is that?
What the hell?
Well, that takes the keg.
Burl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will.
What?
But it's gone
Hello,
now.
Verbena? What do you have for me?
Well, go do your thing.
I checked everywhere,
I'll
still
wait
no
here.
sign of the asset. Can we call off this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
Can't let the cold distract me.
Forges.
The Spectre had instructions to
What a mess.
assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Whoa. Yeah, it's kind of chilly up here. You done looking around?
Almost.
The Nox rebels knocked around
Hello.
the Zenith and a freaky machine.
Ah. Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. but I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl. That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called... There's some kind of old-world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the Proving Lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe. Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console. I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed. This was a Far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eluthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably.
So, exploring
Why were
another
the
Far
Zeniths still
Zenith
searching
ruin.
for the asset? At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up. All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith,
Find any... anything that
probably
might tell us
discovering
what the
amazing
asset
things.
is?
I don't think so. This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure. A control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
$236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Far Zenith. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck, and goodbye.
So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays... I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl on the clone. Here it comes! Ooh, ugly one, aren't you? I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. That thing's quick. pain subsided. There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Just what I needed. Let's see what I can do with this. Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover. Errand!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its seals in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Errand. Errand, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting
Shields
down
down.
the center.
It's on the move.
Got
Stay
your back,
put.
Aloy.
I'll see what I can do.
Keep them coming. The second you need me, I'm there. Aloy, ammo. Are you still going? Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all. Oh, the snow's dampening sounds. No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done. So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. All right, I think that's enough for now.
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Guy is still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location. Of course not. You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Guy is using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die. Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with... I'll check on you.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
If you keep frowning that hard, you'll get wrinkles.
Errand? You okay?
Huh? I mean, why wouldn't I be?
'Cause there's two of me now.
There's two of you now! At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that, exactly. I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things. Thanks. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah. Did you speak with...
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding some.
How are you settling in?
Yeah, Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
What about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
So, you've met our...
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well,
so, Talana came by the base?
yeah, more like rushed through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least. Only Carja I've ever met who's any fun. But it seemed like she had more pressing matters to it.
I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world end. I'm still trying to... I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do. It makes me feel like I could be useful.
It takes some time. What are you working on with...
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storm. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
I have to get...
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Hey.
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay?
Just trying to take it one step at...
Fair enough.
So, training with Zoe, huh?
Yes, training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course. You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory. And All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Farrow.
Yeah. I I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying.
And they became an entire tribe.
It's good to see you and Zoe.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift. And to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's... Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing at anything, really, doesn't...
Maybe Gaia can help you find some. Looks like I was wrong, but their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, a tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us.
Let's hope that's enough. How's everyone?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed.
I'm guessing you've...
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't... For a second I thought I was talking to my... Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab her attention.
Whatever it was, she didn't tell...
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us when she's ready. How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Aaron definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just take...
I should get...
I'll keep an eye on Beta.
Okay.
Yes?
I see everyone's...
Zoe's planning on... Says a home should... I asked Aaron...
Still, it's not a bad idea.
I just think she talks a lot.
You would too, if you knew everything there is to know about... everything.
Aloy.
Hey.
You mean, but isn't... Guess this...
Little?
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission.
Maybe. I see you've said...
Gaia did say this place was built for us. So we could regain control of our lands with her... nurture them like the land god. It does strike me as odd.
What else have you...
I've been studying Gaia's... I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this... Hephaestus, and found out it helped create all machines. In a way, the as well as our...
That's why we have to make Gaia...
There's been much to read up on now that Aether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunders, but everything Gaia creates...
Yeah. You've spoken with...
A few words. Tanakh don't have much use. You must have made quite the impression for him.
So you've been talking to...
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic... I was surprised to past, but reborn?
You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she...
I've been meaning to ask. You didn't seem to be on the...
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly When the Karja they burned those who were too weak to make...
To be sacrificed in this...
I was helping the healers back then. The chorus was... Others believed... And while they
I couldn't have been...
I come from a... My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the but the injured kept... One day... I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but the smell of burning flesh haunts me to the...
I'm sorry, Zeb.
I made it to demand that we take I was denied.
You said you set out to fight...
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the Corps. Before I knew it, we knew we couldn't take, but we ambushed smaller raiding parties. Sabotaged their supply.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took... When the clans began, we chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night. Then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was... When all the dust and bloods our enemies defeated, I went back to Plainsong. But even as it didn't feel like I'd truly returned.
Is that when you became a grave?
I thought soothing the suffering of others. Then you came along. I could either...
I'm glad you tried. You...
Varl mentioned she was...
That was kind...
She looked...
I need to...
May the land...
Holograms. Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
Looks like Gaia was able to unlock that door.
Anybody seen one of my machines strike?
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment. I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology. But not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Cylon's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. Hi, Gaia.
Hello, Ayla.
So, told her to talk to you. She's...
What were you expecting?
I don't know. And...
It is true, However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in you emboldened her to escape.
I guess so.
Give her time.
When we were at the facility, there were records that said Far Zenith were researching embryogenesis. I know they traded their ectogenic chambers to Zero Dawn, but why were they...
At this point, we can only... Perhaps at one time they meant the Odyssey to be a colony ship, necessitating such... As their goals evolved over time.
So they got more So I guess this room was meant to...
Yes. From here to observe... It may be... Should you find and reconnect...
I'll keep a lookout. So, the greatest... all working to build the terraform... What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations, at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month, Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the... She said it was important to experience many personalities and to aid in my...
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were her achievements on his... I owe...
So I guess...
Yet to observe it, should you...
I'll keep a look. So from what... I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is...
Yes. As your encounter, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitor. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the rebels used stripped their...
Throughout history, every defensive technology has... While we lack the end, were I to absorb Hephaestus, no shielding could withstand such an assault.
So there's hope.
Always.
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the Terra... Start over.
Further supporting our hypothesis.
But why? Given their technology, they could wipe out the tribes of the world by easier. And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000 years ago, wouldn't they want the biosphere to be as it was?
It is likely they adjusted to different planetary conditions in their colony on Sirius. They may be...
Turning Earth into a new Sirius. Their own personal playground. The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
A signal that precise would require thorough knowledge of the... How could the Zeniths know that?
From the records on your phone, it appears far...
Hank Shaw. He was supposed to steal a copy of the system, but... Elizabeth and Travis...
Yes. It is likely Far Zenith
What What can you tell me?
Demeter sows, fertilizes. Well, I may be able to. How, like Ether and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query alone.
Okay. Oh. I guess I
as you say.
It's a little loud, Aaron.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods.
You said you wanted...
I think there's a way to heal them, so once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will...
That's great.
It may be. There are thorns on... Unless the code is given by Hephaestus... Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores, from machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate...
So, kill the machine, then use the...
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy.
I'll let you know...
Good.
Pizza?
Apparently it tastes worse the longer it takes to be delivered. Or something like that.
Maybe you can find the recipe?
I think it was just flat bread. With cheese. And some sauce.
I like it already. Hold on. I think I'm getting it. Ow!
Looks like the old ones used their focuses to send all kinds of messages back in the day.
All over the world, too. Anytime they wanted.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like that. I wouldn't want my Aunt Alga knowing she could just talk to me every second of the day. Ears would pop off.
Where'd Katalo go? The snowfall's blanketing the land.
You! Let me take a look at you, stranger.
You shouldn't miss this chance to trade.
You're the outlander who stood against Regala and her rebels.
Nice. Only if it means we're good here.
Don't worry. I'm not here to drink your blood, or whatever you Easterners think we do. The slaughter at the embassy wasn't your fight, yet you stood by the Marshals, and by our chief at the Grove. As far as I'm concerned, you're no enemy of the Tenakth. But you are going to need help if you plan on surviving the Clanlands. I hear and see many things as a scout. I could share them with you, aid you on your journey.
I'd be grateful.
Well then. Be careful if you're traveling southwest, champion. Rebels have set up camp in the hills. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to dig your grave.
Thanks for the warning. Sounds like it's enough. Could use a hand dealing with these rebels. Things holding up? The Tanakh settlement. Might want to stop for supplies.
Inspires us. Your enemy is mine.
I don't need a chaplain telling me. Look, we don't get those hearts, we don't get water. Then everyone dies. I'm going back to the pen.
So machines did this?
An Easterner with hair like blood. The Outlander that took down...
You bested Regala.
It's Aloy, and I'm not looking for...
Maybe I could use some trouble right about now. Out there is a big herd my people harvest. We take the machines' hearts, send them to our capital. Get paid with water. It's harder every year. Killer machines keep showing up to defend the herd. Last one hit us right as we were penning up our prey. Nearly wiped it. But our quarry is still in the pens, which means if I can get...
If you go out there alone, you'll...
I'm not going alone.
How about you answer some questions first? Doesn't sound like you like this commander of yours.
Survival in the desert requires...
Means she really likes her rule.
But you don't.
I just don't like hers.
This is in...
I must be dehydrated.
So you're a chaplain, like Decca.
You've met Decca? Her blades were something to behold. Now, just like she counsels the lowlanders, I counsel the Desert Clan. Those who reach my age are meant to share our wisdom, keep them on the true warrior's path.
You're not upset, I thought, Regala?
The desert respects strength. Why shouldn't I do the same? Wouldn't expect any followers she has left to follow suit, though.
You mentioned the capital.
There's no giving. We pay tribute for it with machine parts. Hearts being the most valuable. Every other desert village has some resource, but the capital of Scalding Spear is the only one with a constant supply of water. Here in dry country, it's the same as holding everyone's lives in their hands.
It is the way of the desert. How we've always...
Yeah.
What can you tell me about the...
Been there for years. We harvest the parts we need from it. No more. New machines always show up to replace our kills.
What about the killer machines you mentioned?
They guard the herd. The more we take out, the more arrive. First Sawtooths, then Ravagers. Now, a sand-blasted Thunderjaw. Hit us right as we were herding machines into our pens. Had to leave half my hunters behind to fend it off. Only survivors are the ones you see here.
I'll help you harvest. Probably better if you don't. Seems like your village.
I like her.
An outlander after my own heart. We can leave now, or I can meet you at our outpost southeast of here.
I have something to take.
I'll wait at the outpost for as long as I can.
May the 10 protect you then. I'll await your return and report.
Yeah, you do.
You know my stock? Return when you need it.
My stock will be here next time.
I've heard of you, Outlander. Your
Must require supplies. Yeah, the next time I'm on leave, I'm heading to the grocery supermarket.
Regala will not triumph. We'll make sure of it.
Not a burden. May our blaze.
You must want something today.
I've been thinking. I'm going to petition to join the right.
We must all unite to stop Regala. Hey, it's Hikaru's champion.
Look again next time you're passing.
Your reputation will your shards follow? Maybe catching some fights in the arena.
Yeah.
Come on.
My whole squad.
Champion.
Aloy, here to help me hunt down those machines, I hope?
Oh, you came. I'm touched.
You'll have to excuse the mess. Our soldiers use this place to prepare themselves before herding machines into the canyon and harvesting parts. Feel free to take any supplies you need. Our prey isn't far.
I'm right behind you.
This way. The sooner we get those machine hearts, the faster we'll get the water we need. Can't believe an Outlander would lend us a hand when our own clan won't. Our so-called commander's always talking about how scarce water is in the desert. But do you really think anyone in Scalding Spear's dying of
I can
thirst?
get it from my stash later.
Or our own squad? Our clan should be led by someone who knows what it's like to fight tooth and nail to survive.
And I'm guessing that someone is you?
Make sure everyone gets all the water they need. No matter...
Hey, where are you off to? The pens are this way. And here I thought you'd abandoned me. We still have machine parts to harvest.
Sorry, I had to check something out. You were saying something before I left?
Right. Make sure everyone gets all the water they need. No matter what village they're from.
Didn't Jataka say you guys have too little to go around to begin with?
I'm sure I'd be able to fix that somehow. There's always a way.
We're here. Let's have a word before we head in.
I'll help you harvest machine hearts if it'll get water for your people.
Oh, it will. That's the canyon we draw machines into. Then we block them in, and pick them off. Now, we'll have to climb over the barricade to get in. When we do, be ready to fight. I already lost good people in there. Can't wait to see the champion killer in action. You go and I'll follow. Hold on to any hearts you loot and I'll take them from you later.
Frost ammo won't hurt it much. How do I look?
thinking. Come on! Give us a fight worth thinking. Come on, champion killer! Don't waste that ammo! Here! Come at me, you sandblasted scab!
Now this is a find.
Best machine is a dead machine. Time for a Got some ammo coming your way. Need more.
Make sure their tags get back to their families. If you can harvest the machine hearts, I'd be grateful.
That's all the parts we need. I should take these to Draka.
May the wings of the 10 carry you home, my brother.
Glad to have you along. To think, so many have to die just to get water.
Did you try talking to your commander at Scalding Spear?
Please, the only thing she'll listen to is the sound of a bow being drawn. About that, wouldn't mind having yours at my side if it ever came to it.
I'm just passing through, Draka.
You can't blame me for trying. This is it. Where the Thunderjaw ripped through my squad.
I'm sorry, Draka.
They were warriors, to the end. We should get started.
Someone's alive. By the rocks.
Speak sense, soldier.
For oars.
To battle!
Still in this fight.
Now, champion killer! Take this! Hey, feel free to join in the fight.
Thunderjaw's back. This is gonna get rough.
Could hit it with acid. dead Ravagers around. We can use their cannons!
Don't get one! I'll draw the Thunderjaw's fire! Come on!
Could use that weapon if I can get to it.
We did it! Hey, do me a favor and get the Thunderjaw's heart. I need to check on that soldier.
Well, this'll do. I should check on Draka and that soldier. I'll save the extra stock for later.
Didn't think I was going to make it.
You did good, soldier. You're going back home. Thanks to this one.
You were the one who refused to leave your people behind.
I know I'm racking up favors here, but, did you take those hearts back to Arrowhand? We'll be right behind you.
Of course. Be careful.
With that Thunderjaw heart in hand, we'll get all the water we need. Thank you, Aloy.
Snook soldier warned me about them. Whatever they're doing, it can't be good.
Marshal could stand against me. No way.
Keep still now.
No one to be found. Call it off.
Machine patrol the other day. We'll slaughter those new marshals just like the ones before them.
Nothing but grass here.
Don't see anything. Thought we'd get a fight.
We'll get revenge for our fallen. Just have to be patient.
Nothing to see here.
False alarm, I think.
Orders say we check everything, so we check.
Who is that? No sign of anyone. My mistake.
Orders say we check everything. So we check. Huh? What now?
Get to searching!
Let's make it quick, right?
I knew it! It's that
Been spotted.
Outlander!
Made it through. If I can find whoever's giving the orders around here, I can figure out what they're up to.
The Outlander's been here.
Heads up, everybody. Got a killer in our midst.
They took one of us down, so next time, we get them.
Don't do that. Now I'm itching for a scuffle.
Whoa! Man down! Anyone see anything?
Careful now. I've seen what she can do.
You think the Outlander's returned?
Where is she then?
Okay. I think we must be clear.
Just so you know, I'm asking for another shift. You're the worst.
Yeah, I heard you.
I'm fine. You're fine. Thanks.
That Outlander shows me a gut.
No! No, no!
Don't just stand there! Quickly! There's a body! We lost it. One step back so we don't get ambushed.
Stay alert. Maybe you missed something.
Our squad fought bravely at the Grove. So why did we still lose?
Whoa. Give it up already.
Pretty sure she's back. This one is lethal. Go slowly. Got Outlanders back. 5 shards say I track her down first.
They're still suspicious.
False alarm.
False alarm.
You've made a
Call it off.
huge mistake. She got me!
I looked away for one moment. Eyes open! We'll find her.
On it.
Spread out! Start searching! Where are you?
They were just there.
Search! Or we're next! No stone unturned!
Worrying isn't gonna do you much good. You're in a world of hurt. Ugh!
You saw which way she went.
Bomb!
You two! We'll find her.
Better we find her than she finds us.
We last saw her around here. Start looking. I'll keep a lookout.
I think we can get her.
Don't tell me you two can't find anything.
Is this the area?
Talk to me!
Yeah. Just keep an eye out.
Nothing here either. Make haste. We can't give her more time to prepare a counterattack.
Stop distracting me!
I will hunt you down like the animal that you are. She didn't just vanish!
My blade will find her.
No more loafing around. What's that?
Buddy here! Eyes open for that Outlander! She's here! We have to search for her!
Nothing here!
We can't risk her sneaking up on us!
Whoa, where is she then?
Okay, patience.
I was wrong. You have to get a hold of yourself.
Okay, we found nothing. So let's go back.
Hey! False alarm, call it off. Pull yourself together. Sorry, that one's on me.
If I hit those weak points, it should bring the bridge down.
Do you see anyone around?
Over.
Okay.
No sign of anyone. My mistake.
Let's hope it was nothing. Hey!
Looks like they're getting ready to ship out these weapons and armor. Probably to rebels all over the West. That'll hurt their operations if I get rid of them. Osram? What are they doing here?
What's that? Whoever did this might...
Must have just been an animal. There!
What now?
I guess we scared them off.
No apologizing for being careful, though.
Whoa.
Give it up. Get back to what we were doing.
Must have just been an animal.
It's always good to have extra. They fortified an entire section of the camp. What are they hiding in there? Oh, that got their attention. Cannot catch a break from this heat. They've got a Tanakh prisoner. And they don't look too good.
The champion killer. Are you here to wipe out these traitors?
I'm here to help, so just follow my lead.
Easy enough.
I'm in. Time to see what these rebels are up to.
And a bite.
I should take a look in there. Might be a command center.
Anything you're complaining about today?
But I need to stay sharp. Hey! So, you're back?
Not here.
I hope she doesn't get me this time. Next time it might not be a false alarm. Whoa!
What are the Oseram doing working with Tanakh rebels? Command center. Looks like they have some kind of forge.
To all sons of Prometheus engineers and operatives, I've been hearing some belly aching, whining about the Tanakh, the work, the conditions, the occasional limb loss to a machine when someone gets careless. I get it. It's been a long road. We've suffered. We'll continue to suffer. But we're close. This alliance will get us what we want, I promise. The Karja will pay for the Red Raids in blood. And so will all of their collaborators in the Vanguard and back in the claim. So shut up, get back to work, and always remember, a reckoning is on the way.
It sounds like the Sons of Prometheus want blood. And the Karja are the target. The Vanguard, too. Let's see what else these guys have been up to.
Thank you, soldier.
Rebels have been busy, making weapons and armor. Map. They've marked supply lines to different outposts. So I was right. This place makes weapons and armor, and ships them out to their troops. I should destroy as many munitions as possible. That should hurt the rebels' operations. Those now. Trick. Not gonna use those now. Guess the rebels will have to resupply elsewhere.
You've returned. Where's Draka?
Just a little late, Chaplain. Gained some extra baggage on the way back. She's got the machine hearts, including a Thunderjaws. You should have seen this flame in the desert. Here. Something to commemorate our heroic victory.
A victory indeed. Command will be relieved to hear about this.
Get them to Scalding Spear as soon as you can. And tell the commander how many had to die to get them.
Huntress, may I have a word? I heard what you did at the Grove. They say that in addition to your bow and spear, you have a kind of second sight, especially for matters that have to do with the old ones.
That's one way to put it.
So it's true. You've done well by my clan, but our troubles may not be as easily settled as Draka believes. I think your second sight might be just what we need.
What exactly is the problem?
Not here. Meet me at Scalding Spear. I'll explain everything.
I'll see you there when I can.
Good. The entire clan might depend on it.
I hear you got new armor. I need to get help.
Outlander, I offer you an honorable trade.
We walk in strength.
Never thought I'd be grateful for an Outlander.
No.
Good day. Lady Bright.
Why would the wound give less water?
There's Jataka.
Why put guards around the wound?
You can't just take away our water! The wound gives less water. Our rations adjust.
What's going on?
We know the way of the desert! What's stopping us from taking what we want, and
Anyone else want to complain? We're the Desert Clan. We survive with what we have.
Your, commander's not much for hand-holding.
That is not our way. Even less so in her case. Shall we?
Sure. Can't wait.
She's with me.
Draka's not the only one with harsh words for your commander.
The desert has bred survival into our clan's blood. We spit at death and charge into battle. Maybe a little too eagerly. Your reputation has grown since I saw you last.
Greetings, warrior.
You took down the bulwark, defended the grove, and saved the life of our chief. I'm hoping you've got enough left for one more miracle.
What do you need?
You'll find out soon enough.
So, this is the Outlander that bested Regala. And now she conspires with the dissident Draka.
Demanding water does not make one a dissident, Yara.
Doesn't make Draka a commander either. You should advise him of that.
Jataka said you needed help.
Did he now?
Aloy has a unique insight into the ways of the Old Ones. She might be able to fix this before it gets out of hand.
Get to the point. What is Jataka talking about?
There is no water.
What do you mean?
I mean the wound in the sand, that which provides the clan with the water we need to survive, is completely dry.
This water source. Jataka said it's somehow related to the Old Ones?
From what we can tell, whatever water we take, it restores on its own. Over time. A few weeks ago, it stopped. I ordered rationing, searched for other viable, but everything else nearby is tainted one way or another.
But why the secrecy? Keeping your people in the dark seems to be making things worse.
If the clan knew, my command...
There's no water, and you're worrying about keeping your command?
Think what you want. Between the machines, the storms, and Regal, I'm the only thing keeping this clan.
Draka's people sacrificed a lot to get that water. He thinks you're hoarding it for yourself.
The perfect excuse to challenge my command. Like he's always wanted. Of course, he makes it sound very noble. But all he really wants is he'd face the exact same problem I have. There is...
So how are you?
Ration what little we have. Buy time to fix the wound.
And in the meantime, people...
Every corpse weighs on me. That is what it means to be a commander. What matters is that the clan survives, as a whole.
Draka said your clan won't touch Regala.
Her grudge is with Chief Hikaru, not me. And I plan to keep it that way, so her troops don't turn on my clan. Besides, if she defeats Hikaru, she deserves to rule. That's the way of the tribe.
I can't promise anything, but if this wound was built by the Old Ones, I might be able to fix it.
How exactly do you intend to do that?
Just show her the wound, Yara.
Very well. You can tell me when we get... The wound in the sand is this way. You're not Karja, or Oseram.
I was born amongst the Nora, as far east as you are west.
I've heard of your people. They say only those who are exiled leave your lands.
There are exceptions.
What business does a Nora exception have in the West?
Believe it or not, to help people, even the ones who don't want it.
Sounds like a difficult path. This is it. The wound in the sand.
Definitely built by the Old Ones. Focus should show me more. pipes leading outside the settlement.
What do you see?
A trail.
I doubt you'll find anything to fix the wound there. What are you doing?
Your wound leads underground.
We've tried going down there, but it's too narrow for anyone to reach the bottom. Where are you going?
I think I can lead us to where the water comes from. Or used to.
How?
Doesn't matter.
What matters is that the wound is fixed and my people survive. Lead the way.
Pipe goes past that ridge. We're gonna have to do some climbing.
Nothing we can't handle, I'm sure.
There's a lot of machines.
And a very dead soldier.
One of yours?
I need to take a closer look.
We need to get rid of the machines first. Follow my lead. The canister will blow if I hit it with a shock arrow. Fixed the override for wide now, so I should be able to use it now.
Are you taming that machine?
Try using something we can share.
I've seen the rebels ride machines, but never how they tame them.
Acid won't do much here. You look edible. Once you're cooked.
You know him? That is one of Draka's men. I will cut off that dissident's head and feed it to the vultures if he had anything to do with...
We don't know what happened here yet. And we still have a trail to follow.
Lead the way.
Water.
Barely a lick's worth. But there are no streams in this area.
Which means...
These anchors. That soldier must have used them to get up this cliff.
He must have been going back to Arrowhand when those machines got him.
Maybe he found something up there worth reporting back about.
We'll find out soon enough.
What is this?
The problem. I'm gonna need my focus. That weapon. Looks like Draka's man tried to pry this open, but he didn't know what he was doing. And now the water's not going where it's supposed to.
Sabotage.
Or ignorance. Don't think this is gonna do anything. Maybe if I follow that main pipe, I'll find something useful.
What do you need me to do?
Just, stay here. Let me know if anything changes. I'm gonna take a look around.
Hey! It stopped leaking.
It looks like that stopped the water flow. Now I just need to find a way to get it to Scalding Spear.
The water is still leaking.
Gotta try something else. That's the same type of machinery we found outside. Only this one's not leaking. Maybe it can help me switch the water flow. Sounds like the water's switched. Gotta open the valve upstairs. Get that water circulating. Sounds like that did something.
Aloy, I can hear water in the room again.
Anything leaking?
Not that I can see.
Let's hope that means my plan worked. That should do it.
This will return water to Scalding Spear?
Checking the wound is the only way to be sure.
Draka knew what would happen if the capital was left without water. But he didn't care! All he wanted was to cause a crisis so he could challenge my command.
We don't know that for sure.
Meet me back at the wound when you can. Please. To make sure the water will flow.
I will. Don't do anything rash about Draka.
Only an upstart acts rashly. A commander bides her time. Hey. The desert was kind to lead you to us.
Things are about to get ugly between Draka and Yara. Maybe I can head it off.
Your enemy is mine.
I see soldiers guarding the wound in the
When
sand.
he was younger,
I need to see the
Kara
wound.
was a marvel in
I'm
the
afraid your
hunting grounds.
presence is required in the commander's quarters.
Is everything okay?
The dissident Draka has been apprehended for interfering with the wound.
How did he interfere?
He entered the wound by force, saw that it was empty, except for a slow trickle that began when you fixed the device in the desert. He did not take it well.
Of course he didn't. I'll go meet with them.
Carl's on.
Your blade is... You're doing well.
Honor and strength. You up for a game of striking? Okay. You should know
Stop too open. That spear is a weapon of real strength. Greetings, warrior.
Aloy. Honor and strength. You up for a game of striking? I thought too. The last one you were out.
The truth of the visions...
We walk in strength.
Yara and Draka are on a collision course.
Right.
You honor the Tanakh.
You're on.
You have some nerve.
You're one to talk?
That doesn't sound good.
How could you let this happen?
How did I let this happen? You're the one who sabotaged the wound in the first place. You're lucky we were able to fix it, or your head would already be on a spear.
You call that fixed? It's just a dribble. And it's not my fault. I already told you, Ukta came to me. He said he found something in the desert that might get us water. I had no idea it had anything to do with the wound.
And you expect me to believe that?
Aloy, I came for the water that was owed to us, and when I found out that there is no water, they arrested me.
As I already told you, the water is returning, but slowly. It'll be weeks before the wound is full again. Until then, I will send Arrowhand what I can.
You hid what happened to the wound. How can we believe you now?
Draka.
No, you know what? Enough of this! No more words! Consider that a challenge!
Gather your squads then, and meet us at the Gate of the Vanquished. I have a challenge to prepare for. Leave me.
This will be the end of the clan. I have to stop it. We have to stop it.
Hold on a second. Help me understand. What do you mean?
Both sides will take their most loyal squads to the Gate of the Vanquished. Then they'll butcher each other as part of a ritual challenge. But it won't stop there. Whoever wins will try to wipe out the loser's loyalists all over the desert. The fighting could last for months. Those two scabheads are going to doom us all.
Can't you stop them?
I'm a chaplain. I provide counsel. I cannot force them to heed it. Even Chief Akaro can't intervene. It is a matter for the clan alone.
What is this gate?
The doorway to a dead cauldron. a symbol of what the tribe aspires to. The defeat...
Dead.
No one knows, but it is a place of great significance for our clan. Even greater now, since it will mark the onslaught of a massacre.
What makes you...
They both owe you a debt. You aided them when no one else could. And you've seen into their hearts. Misguided in different ways, but no less worthy of your words might be enough to spear some sense into them.
Yeah, well, they're not exactly good listeners.
And you are no ordinary speaker. You took down the unyielding bulwark, fought off in a... I will go to the Gate of the Vanquished, southwest of here, but without you, I'm afraid we'll run out of
If what Jataka says is true, Yara and Draka will end up killing a lot more than just each other. There has to be something I can do.
Honor and strength.
Walk with strength.
Here, your weapon.
That's a lot of angry Tenakth. Draka and Yara are already here.
You're here.
The hero of the Cool Roots.
Aloy, did you come to witness the challenge?
Does there have to be a challenge?
Oh yeah, there does.
If you persist, all of these squads will join the fights. How many will die here? And how many will die in our villages once the retaliation begins?
There has to be another way.
Listen to what she has to say. You both owe her that much.
Yara, do you really need to do this?
He sabotaged the wound. You can't tell me you believe he knew nothing about it. And it was all part of his plan, to force a confrontation. Don't you see? This is what he's wanted all along. It doesn't matter how many die as long as he gets what he wants. Command of the clan. No. I'm putting an end to this. Now!
Draka, you lost a lot of good people hunting machine hearts to trade for water. You want to lose more now?
But that cost is exactly why I'm doing this. Why I had to send people to find other sources in the first place. I swear to you, I had nothing to do with what happened to the wound. Ukta came to me, said he found underground leaks that might lead to another well, that's all. I didn't tell him to screw it all up and drain the wound.
So stand down so we can all talk about this.
No! No more talking, no more lies. Yara can't be trusted. That's been proven.
Yara, do you really need to do this?
He sabotaged the wound. You can't tell me you believe he knew nothing about it. And it was all part of his plan, to force a confrontation. Don't you see? This is what he's wanted all along. It doesn't matter how many die as long as he gets what he wants. Command of the clan. No. I'm putting an end to this. Now!
Draka, you lost a lot of good people hunting machine hearts to trade for water. You want to lose more now?
But that cost is exactly why I'm doing this. Why I had to send people to find other sources in the first place. I swear to you, I had nothing to do with what happened to the wound. Ukta came to me, said he found underground leaks that might lead to another well, that's all. I didn't tell him to screw it all up and drain the wound.
So stand down so we can all talk about this.
No! No more talking, no more lies. Yara can't be trusted. That's been proven.
Draka, you lost a lot of good people hunting machine hearts to trade for water. You want to lose more now?
But that cost is exactly why I'm doing this. Why I had to send people to find other sources in the first place. I swear to you, I had nothing to do with what happened to the wound. Ukta came to me, said he found underground leaks that might lead to another well, that's all. I didn't tell him to screw it all up and drain the wound.
So stand down so we can all talk about this.
No! No more talking, no more lies. Yara can't be trusted. That's been proven.
Is this how you two plan to save your clan? By causing a massacre over who gives the orders? Drop this foolishness and work together.
She's right. Put away your spears. Return to your homes.
Which means she stays in charge? Forget it.
You see? Replacing me is all he cares about. It's a vendetta. And it has to end here.
For once we agree.
Pick a side, Aloy.
There must be a way to minimize the bloodshed.
The Tenakth never make things easy, do they?
I'm afraid not.
Becoming commander isn't going to change what happened to the wound, Draka. If you really wanted to help your people, you wouldn't be throwing away more lives just to change who gives the orders.
You really are something, Flame of the Desert. But I didn't come all this way to let things stay the way they are.
Then fight us. Just us. You want to save lives? Keep your squads out of it.
I've seen how you fight. These soldiers are with me.
Then we stand with Aloy and Yara. Even numbers.
Fine, old man. It's your funeral. New rules. We're keeping it to just us. Winner takes command.
Nice knowing you, Aloy.
They spotted me!
You should have backed down when you had the chance, Draka.
Death comes for you!
Stand down!
I Hail, Outlander!
Are you ready to die? Because I am.
You think that's gonna stop me? I'm still standing!
No! It's over, Draka.
Not just yet.
You did your best to follow the path. You die with honor.
Did it have to end like that?
It's the way of the desert.
Well, what happens now?
We live off the water the wound ekes out, rationing until it fills back up. And I'll make sure Arrowhand gets its fair share.
Yeah, you'd better.
The desert never forgets. And I won't either. How you've helped us, I mean. I give this to you now, for all you've done for this clan.
I thank you for all you've done for our people, Huntress.
That Oseram camp Talana and I were trying to find should be around here. Smoke. Some kind of Oseram camp? How'd they end up out here? Something nearby is sending
We
that
have
signal.
company. Why not rest for a moment? You might want to avoid going too deep into the desert, especially the southwest. One of our scouts ran into some nasty Tenakth down there, the kind that contain machines. He barely made it back alive.
Thanks for letting me know. Sounds like the rebels are as friendly as ever.
Sorry, Red.
I wonder what they're doing this far out in the
Quieter
desert.
than a bar with a dry tap.
Are you lost?
Spark to stick.
Excuse me?
Hold the hammer? I know you. You're that Nora. The savior. My savior. Right in the nick of time. The name's Poor Guff Delvesman, chief delver and leader of Poor Guff expeditioners and purveyors.
What am I saving you from?
Death and despair, my steel flame friend. See, this grand expedition here has... Not far from here, there's a secret tunnel. A passage of the old ones. Lost, and me and half the crew came through first. But days later, only one man turned up. Shivering like a... Only thing we got out of him was that death and darkness chased them as the tunnel collapsed. Died with his eyes wide, he did.
I've been to the tunnel's eastern side. The way was blocked by rubble. There was also a body. One of your delvers, I guess, but no sign of...
Keep your voice down, will you? The rest of the crew's already... They're refusing to press on with the delve until they're assured a way out of...
You lost half your crew and you're worried about the delve.
We gotta make their sacrifice worth something, right? And besides, now that you're here, help me get...
How did you learn about this?
The art of the delve, of course. A delver's only as good as his no... All right, fine. I heard about 3 Osram who knew a way to bypass those bloodthirsty Tenakth. Tap the untouched delves of the West. So then I may have employed someone with the know-how for...
A spy.
Look, if the rumors are true, there's enough delving to employ a... But someone has to take the first plunge, establish a base camp, set up a reliable...
Figures the Osram would turn sand into...
Exactly.
What do you know about this area?
Well, north of here you got those vicious Tenakth. I heard rumor they drink blood instead of water. That's how they survive this wasteland. And south, it has it all. Death, desert. Imagine, if you will, a vast grave, ruins of twisted metal, all guarded by machines. So fierce that swooping down on you. Not even the Tenakth venture into... Only the bravest explore.
Like yourself.
Of course.
So this camp...
What operation? The plan was to move further south. The delve is right up, but now the crew refuses. They've...
Yeah. Was there a Karja traveling with your expedition?
We always pick up a few travelers on the road. A Karja here. Never learn their names, though. They don't stick around. But I have a scout who might know. Likes to hold. He's right over there. Chatting up that cop. Don't remember her joining the delve.
Thanks. I'll see what I can do. For the crew trapped here with you, not your delve.
One and the same.
That it? Over there?
That it is. Oh, and while you're at it, would you mind keeping an eye out for my lockbox? The second crew was supposed to bring the rest of the supplies and belongings. I'd hate to lose it to the wilds. It was hand-carved by my dear old ma.
I'll bring it back.
I'd appreciate it.
Talana.
Thanks to the secret passage through your base. It was quite a sight.
Secret passage? Don't let the others hear you say that, or you'll have a lot of Oseram knocking at your door.
And you are?
This is Raggart. He's a scout with this caravan. He says Amadis was here.
He joined up with our expedition right before we went through the tunnel. After we made camp here, I set out to do some scouting. I also made peace offerings to the Tenakth for trespassing. Amadis wanted me to ask around about some place called... the Rot.
What did you find out?
Most I learned was that it's where the Tenakth took their prisoners. Somewhere far to the west near Thornmarsh, the Lowland clan's capital. He set out to find it not long after.
On his own?
I tried to warn him, but he was dead set on going.
What happened when you went through the tunnel?
Nothing. Our crew split into 2 groups to pass through. Everyone here was part of the first crossing. Aside from some pitch-black passages, it was quiet. Whatever befell the second group spared us. Steel Spark be praised.
I'm looking into it.
Much appreciated. A lot of us want to know what happened in there.
Did Amatis say anything?
Afraid not.
Sounds like...
More or less, but then again. So where to start? Down south, we got a trio of Oseram trying to delve into the ruins in this.
There are more of you?
They're the ones we followed out here in the first place. And then there are all the other folk who broke...
Just how many of you were there?
Enough to lose track, that's for sure. Seems like they've been patrolled. Heard all about the rebellion from the Tanakh up in Scalding...
Sounds like you've really gotten to know the area.
It's what I do.
Thanks, Raggart.
Hope you find...
Okay,
Hold on. You're willing to go to the ends of Tanakh?
Of course, he's...
I think it's more than that. I'll meet you near the lowland capital. But then, you're going to tell me who Amatis...
Fine. I'll lay low, north of the village.
Dunes might look peaceful, but they hide all kinds of dangers.
Like the stethoscope for the press.
Here's the entrance to the tunnel Porgith mentioned. I need to find his missing expedition. And clear a path back east. Tunnel's blocked. And no sign of the missing expedition. I need to find a way to get through. Should be able to blow up that fire balloon. This will be in my stash when I need it. There's someone still alive in here.
So you're real. Thought I was dreaming.
What happened to you?
A terror in the dark. The world shuddered.
A machine?
Never got a look. The caravan. We all ran. Everything collapsed. Crawled here. Couldn't escape. Did anyone make it out? And find the first caravan?
Yes. Someone did.
Good. At least, I'm not alone.
Rest easy now. Sounds like something big attacked the missing expedition. I better press on. Don't like the sound of that. Burrowers. The more of Torgov's missing expedition. Shock ammo won't do much. Okay, better. left. That Osram. She said they were attacked by some kind of terror. I don't think it was these burrowers. My focus might see something. Focus here. Should be able to clear that rubble with my pullcaster. Better try further back. Take a step back. I don't think it'll connect. Making preparations.